All
Diving
right.
in.
Good evening. Good
Couch
evening.
Crew!
Happy Thursday, Couch
Happy
Crew.
Thursday.
We are back with yet another episode of Alex and Alex. I am Brianna Alexandria,
I am Larry Alexander.
hence Alex and Alex if you're new here.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So today's topic, which I think is the topic of the entire week, is the Benito Bowl.
Benito
Super
Bowl.
Bowl 60, aka the Benito Bowl.
Bum, 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 bum.
We've got some.
I did that wrong, didn't I? I did it wrong. Never mind. Forget it. Never mind. I'm done.
I don't know. I am not
Yes.
Spanish.
Okay.
Anyways, moving quite along. So today we are speaking about the Benito Bowl, Super Bowl 60, Seahawks beating the Patriots. Kind of.
But we don't see. We're saying okay. So wait. So to me,
Oh, we're jumping right in.
to me,
We're not even.
since people are replacing fact and truth with lies, I say we just say Tyrone did a good job singing in English that needs to be translated at the Super Bowl.
However, Tyrone seems a little. We might still have.
He could still go for a Tyrone though, a mixed version of a Tyrone. Benny. Benny. Let's do Benny. Benny did a good job of singing at the hockey game.
Not hockey.
Okay, never mind. I'm just saying people like being lied to, so if people like being lied to, we could just sit here and make stuff up.
Headline.
Yeah.
Benny performs at hockey game.
Yes.
Does amazing.
Yes.
In English.
Now I don't know if I agree with the best Super Bowl halftime show ever.
It's not about it being quote unquote the best. They rate the Super Bowl halftime shows based off of watches and views. He did break the record for views with 135 point something million viewers for the halftime show. Listen, I am a Rihanna girl till the death of me. So you already know Rihanna to me. I know, but to me, Rihanna will always be my favorite. That and Janet Jackson.
But let me explain to you.
Look, Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake will always be a favorite for a millennial.
Well, and again, I think if we were where we are now with regards to social media, I think some of those numbers for other people but I have not seen anybody do like they did after Kendrick Lamar's performance. Everybody was on their social media trying to do the march and that they marched in on. And it's like so
basically you're measuring it by he didn't create a trend. But here's the other part. Here's the other part. Here's what I will say. When Kendrick Lamar last year did the Super Bowl, we were in a new political climate with the new administration coming in. So it was a very political statement, but it's also a hip hop song, a rap song. It's also a trend that came with a song. I feel like now that we are 13 months in, 12, almost 13 months in, it's different. It's hitting different. It's not a hee ha ha trend. It's more of a statement piece. I mean, Kendrick had a full-on statement the whole show. I think this one is just a little bit more quote-unquote controversial because it was not in English. So that's what we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with a lot of the backlash and the conversations of controversy more than we are, if you didn't get it, you didn't get it. If you didn't get it, you didn't get it.
What? Okay, so wait. Now let me just say. Let me ask you a question because I know you. So, American Indians and different groups of Indians who were here, who obviously didn't speak English.
Obviously not. Most of them migrated from Mexico.
There's another language. So then, how do certain groups, do you think, get in their head that they have the final say in who should speak what?
Two words.
What's that?
Colonizer mindset.
Okay.
They genuinely believe when they came in, they were creating and cultivating this from scratch. Somehow, some way, they genuinely, in their hearts and minds, believed they found this place. Yeah. This was theirs. Yeah. And they were going to make it their own. Yeah. No matter who they had to slaughter, anything like that. Yeah. Right? So they still, I don't believe mental state outside of like Alzheimer's and like schizophrenia and stuff like that is like genetic.
Gotcha.
But this colonizer mindset, I believe it is passed down from generation. Like there is no way that by now in 2026. Yeah. But it's only because some of these people haven't kicked the bucket. I think once we get a good cleansing, I didn't say that.
No, but I think they but see they're trying to do a cleansing the other way.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But the real cleansing needs to be of them.
Yeah, well, we can't say that.
That's why I said I didn't say that.
She didn't really say that.
I didn't really say it like that.
The truth is that what she just said, she didn't really say.
I didn't say that.
All right.
Okay.
Get it right.
Quiet, Piggy.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't say that.
Go back to what you weren't saying.
What I wasn't saying was that mindset, it needs to die off. And I genuinely hope that people with that mindset have all mixed grandkids.
Do you think by the let's say we exist.
We do exist. What do you mean? Let's
say we still exist.
Okay.
30, 40 years from now, because we're doing a bang up job of creating enemies.
Oh yes.
And you know, every once in a while, what happens is a small guy will put a bully in check. Mm-hmm. He'll just say, "Okay, I'm not running anymore. Let's just go ahead and get this over. Mm-hmm. If you're going to beat the crap out of me, you're going to beat the crap out of me," because he gets tired of just running. Mm-hmm. 30, 40 years from now, we're still here as a nation. Do you believe in your mind that a cleansing is going to change what doesn't make sense to start with?
No, because at the end of the day, we're more than 30, 40 years plus a very big, well-known cleansing.
Yeah.
So, and some people in that area still have that mindset. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I don't necessarily think that just when the old heads, whatever, you know, that it'll just become a nuisance. I don't believe that. Yeah. I believe that is something just because of the history of this country. Yes. There's a lot of people that look at our history and are like, why? Like, it didn't happen that way.
Did you just signal me something?
Huh?
Did you just signal me something?
I was saying white people.
Oh, gotcha. I know what you said. I was just being funny. I was just being funny.
You were so funny. Yeah. Okay. But what was I saying? I will say, at least 30, 40 years from now, it'll be the children that we are raising that have more emotional intelligence than the generations before us will help. But I do believe if that we continue this way that we're going, and we're about to get back on topic, but if we continue the way that we're going and allow this administration to get through its full 4 years, then it's going to take way more than 10 years to fix.
Yeah, can't say what I was going to say. All right, go ahead. Let's go. Let's dive in.
Benito
Bowl.
That little side.
Slamming.
We're done with that. Benito Bowl. So I just have a few. So we talked about it. You said you don't think it was the best halftime show ever.
No, I don't think it was the best time, but I don't think it was the worst either.
It wasn't. And you don't even understand Spanish.
I don't understand Spanish, and I watched the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm just going to tap into some numbers because I had the unfortunate.
You didn't turning point, did you?
Huh?
Did you watch Turning Point?
I had to.
Oh, that's right, because we can be able to really talk about it.
I had to watch it so that I could talk about it. But I was watching because I was going through and I was looking at the comments coming in. Mm-hmm. I was looking at the amount of people that were tuned in. And you know what I realized?
Still trying to understand Kid Point. Turning Point USA, Christian organization, Kid Rock.
I don't understand. Here we go. So just to recap. I'm just going to get this out of the way and over with because... So Turning Point USA, when I first started watching, they had about 2.8 million watchers on their live.
Made up.
As I kept going, they hit 3 million, 3.7 million.
Made up.
I was focused on the comments. Do you know what most of the comments that I saw outside of MAGA? Mm-hmm. They were bad. Yeah. They were talking about Bad Bunny is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they were talking about Trump is and all these things. And most of the watchers were in there just rage baiting MAGA. Okay. Then what got me is whoever that Brantley person was, I turned it on for a second. I was like, who is this and what are they saying? Because I wanted to see if it was anything racist or what, you know. So I turned it on for like 10 seconds. And the dude was rapping. And I'm like, quote unquote country rap. He was rapping and I was like, but didn't hip hop? Okay, you know, I'm not going to take it there because the only reason you have the right to rap is because we taught you some rhythm. I'm not going to go there.
Don't do it. Okay. That's a month's worth of conversation.
But here we go. When I stopped watching, finally it was at 4.1 million. Okay. Apparently, they say it got up to 6 million on their Turning Point. Every other source says they only got up to 5 million. Mm-hmm. But after the Benito Bowl,
wait, another one of y'all lies, because y'all like being lied to.
Yeah, and then don't forget, they said that there was 6 million concurrent viewers. That is what they said. So I then was just like, I can't take this anymore. There was lots of negative comments. People saying release the files over and over and over and over.
Yes.
So anyways, Benito Bowl came on. I'm like, okay, time to watch this. When I got off, you know how many viewers they had at that point?
How many?
852,000.
Yeah, because people really
people were doing what I was doing. They were either journalists trying to look into what was going on. They were either rage baiting and waiting on the halftime show. When I got back in there at 8:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there was only 852,000 in there.
Because that was bull crap. That's I mean, here are I can't think of another time where there was an alternative
ever.
Regardless of how much you didn't like the performer, if you didn't like the performer, walk away. But having an alternative to the Super Bowl because you're so into your feelings, and would y'all please stop leading with the Bible? You guys keep leading with the Bible, but no one has integrity. No one has character. No one is kind. No one is compassionate. No one is loving, merciful, giving. You're none of those things, but you're leading with a book that is full of those things.
Organization.
And you're a Christian. Stop leading with the Bible. Until you decide to live by it, stop leading with it. Okay, because again, I don't lead exactly. So me personally, if you live by it long enough, then you can introduce people to it. But because you guys are so good in leading with it, the exchange is normally never good for the person on the other end.
Ever.
Yeah.
But
I digress.
You're also a Christian organization.
Yeah.
I'm talking about American values. First of all, the Bible never said country first.
Nope.
Let's just start there.
Yep.
But then you have a man. First of all, Kid Rock literally has lyrics speaking about how he likes his girls underage.
Yep.
You are a Christian organization.
Yeah.
And you bring a pedophile.
Which speaks to, that says he likes it.
That has encouraged. You said
I call it mandatory. You say it's statutory. I say it's mandatory.
So it's like you have this man who is...
That's interesting.
Who says the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
And you call yourself a Christian organization. So I watched just to see the numbers, but all of them were either... The comments were either MAGA, release the files, or talking about how Bad Bunny is the GOAT. That's how it was. I'm ready to get off of that subject because that is
I remember there was this guy who said that he had we had the Million Man March. And he said his numbers were greater than those at his, and it's like, but
they were posting seat fillers on Craigslist.
The thing that is annoying is just seeing where we are. We have, and again, I know that we're not gonna all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. I know that is more than likely not gonna happen. But here's the thing: you have no reason to hate me. Because I'm brown or dark skinned or I'm a different complexion. I'm a really nice guy once you get to know me, but when people tell themselves before they get to know you that I don't want to get to know him because he's that color from a distance, and guess what? We don't think enough about you guys to waste our time to do something to you, even if we are the majority. We are too busy trying to get our families back, take care of our children, and build generational wealth for ourselves. So, I mean, even though you allow us to live
for so long, but now we're trying.
Free in your head, that's on you. But thinking that we're going to do something to you, or there's this grand payback scheme that we can't let them become the majority because if they do, they're going to pay us back. First of all, pay you back for what? Those were your great grandparents, your great grand. We're not going to pay you back. Now, if you still have some of them in you, then yeah, you might be on the bad end of something. But that would be on you.
We're not looking for retribution. We're just looking to live our lives.
Yes.
And it's so annoying that people keep thinking that.
Keep saying that out loud and gearing all these other people up. But here's the thing.
If we're back to our last episode, and we'll stay on task after this, but back to our last episode when we were talking about restoring sanity and truth or something like that bill.
The executive order.
So to that, it's, if American history wasn't that bad, what on earth could we be getting retribution for? If you all want to whitewash history and say, "Oh, this never happened. These were good people." If your mind really believes the delusion, what on earth could we possibly have to get payback for?
And I'm gonna say this again, and my daughter, she might edit it out.
Do you want me to edit it out?
Just want you to know that in the beginning, when God was doing His work,
He didn't create white people.
It was a darker skin.
When Jesus wasn't white, but we can tell them that all day long,
right.
and
and then they're still gonna be blonde hair, blue eyes. No, he was blonde hair, blue eyes.
And they, first of all, didn't they say that he had skin like bronze and hair like wool? Listen, if you've read the Bible, that you
if Africa is the beginning, if Africa is the seat of humanity, didn't no blonde hair, blue eye pop out of Africa?
Yes.
Now get to the Benito Bowl. Benito.
Okay.
Go.
So these are just a Super Bowl recap. So that we can jump into the topics. So I just want to say that I already love football. I absolutely adore football. Yeah, that was the worst football game I have ever watched in my life. Not the halftime.
That was bad.
Not the halftime.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the game itself. They were playing, first of all, you save yourself. You play scary, or you protect yourself all season long. The Super Bowl is not the time to play scary. It is not the time to be like, oh, I can't. Boy, if you don't go out there and play, first of all, anyways. It was really making me very upset.
Another team to win or something?
No, okay. I'm happy the Seahawks won. Okay. That's not the point. I did not want the Patriots to win whatsoever, but I was just upset with the way that they were playing and how it was just field goal after field goal. Don't get me wrong. The defenses, both defenses were playing at the hard. They were playing hard, but the offenses, I couldn't keep standing to watch it. Like, I was just like, can you all stop playing so scary? Throw the ball further than that. You need yardage. We're going 1 to 2 yards at a time.
If the Patriots quarterback had to use his feet more, that would have been very much closer.
Yes, and in the second half, I saw him. He ran
runs. Yep.
Well, I saw it, and I was like, finally, you ran the ball. You saw that there was nobody open, and you ran the ball. Yep. But I will just say, as far as football goes, the play calling and all of that, it was not my favorite Super Bowl for the football portion. Okay. But I want to give kudos to the NFL, because the NFL literally said, our football's for everybody. Yep. The NFL is for everybody.
Yep.
We do not care about what y'all got going on out there. We are going to be very, very inclusive here. So
now y'all still are dead wrong about my boy.
Yeah, Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all still dead wrong about that one.
They still haven't repaired that situation. But as far as this one,
yes,
having Kendrick last year,
yes,
and what we did this year,
yes.
So opening up for the Super Bowl was Green Day.
Yes.
And of course they played American Idiot. Mm-hmm. To that point, that is a well-known fact. Mm-hmm. Green Day was there. Yes. However, there is a video circulating where everyone's saying that Green Day chanted no Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
Yes.
They did not actually do that at the Super Bowl. I was there. I watched it. It was a sound that was already going on from a previous concert.
Yep.
America the Beautiful was sang by Brandi Carlile, who is a member of the LGBT community, has a wife and children.
Yes.
National Anthem was sung by Charlie Puth, and that was one of the best national anthems I've ever heard. I also really love Charlie Puth, so I was really excited about that. There was some controversy over the coin toss, because it sounded like they said heads and the ref called tails. So there was some controversy there. We also had our girl Coco Jones. And they're singing. We had Coco Jones in there singing the Black National Anthem. Awesome.
Which, again, there was complaints about that. Stop complaining.
I'm just saying the diversity that they had in the Super Bowl was, it blew my mind. It was amazing. So moving into the Benito Bowl. Now that I've gone through all the lovely stats about what happened. On to the Benito Bowl. Let's talk about it. Okay, so his set.
Yes.
The setup.
Yes.
The setup was really like he was paying homage. Baboni. Benito. But it was paying homage to where he grew up, his hometown, his homeland. Exactly. It was beautiful. The businesses were real businesses. The taco stand was a real business in Puerto Rico. La Marqueta was a real thing. They had also, I believe it was The Guardian. Was it The Guardian? It was a post in there. I love how he also put EBT. was accepted there because y'all like to talk crap about people that, whatever. The people, did you know that some of the trees were actually people? I thought that was just the coolest
told to
thing.
Be still and not move around.
We had our girl Cardi B, Pedro Pascal, we had Jessica Alba, we had Karol G, all of them making their little appearances in there. But can we talk about how Benito said when the Super Bowl asked him to do it, they said, "Can you please do your songs in English?"
No.
He said no, and they still they were like, you know what? Got you. Can we also talk about how Lady Gaga, who is Italian, she's not Hispanic, she's Italian, how she came in to sing that song and made it a whole Hispanic vibe.
Yep.
From the dress to the makeup to the hair to the song.
Almost, if from the thing that if you didn't know it was Gaga, you would think that she was a Hispanic singer.
You would.
From
what are they calling her? Lady They're calling her something. Lady Guadalupe, something Gaguita. I was dying laughing. So I just want the set. It was immaculate. And talking about the power lines. There was that image of the power lines about how the hurricanes and how things still haven't been corrected for them. I mean, he thought that out so well. And there's also some controversy going around that remember the 5-year-old that ICE detained? A lot of people were saying that Liam Ramos was on the set. That was the boy he gave the Grammy to. But it was not. It was not. NFL and everybody, they confirmed that it was supposed to be just a younger version of him. It was not Liam. So I just wanted to clarify that because you would think so just looking at the pictures side by side. I mean, I want to say this is the most Hispanic thing I've ever seen, but it's not because it happens in Black households too. When we used to be in church, we used to sleep across 3 chairs. That was adorable. But in the marriage, the wedding was a real wedding. Wedding. It was a legitimate wedding. And honestly, just the way that he embodied Puerto Rico, and when he said something about America, God bless America, he made everyone realize America is not the United States of America. America is North America, South America. It's made up of all of these countries. And it was so beautiful when he brought the flags out and he was just like, God bless America. And at the very end, he ended it with the only thing more powerful than hate is love. And that's just my quick, really...
That's the crazy thing because, I mean, I don't know how old that song is. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. That is the... and again, from a quote-unquote Christian community... that's the thing that you would think most people would want to lead with, love and compassion. Not that's not what the head dog said. He says we need to deny them food or take away their food. So it's kind of sort of mind blowing, but the message and all of the things that there's still some stuff I have to go back and dissect, but and then giving that Grammy, that was sweet because again, being from where he's from, he's dream big, still keep dreaming. You too can. And they were offended. Did you see the 2 guys grinding on each other?
Yes,
in the truck.
I did.
They showed a quick glimpse of that. That got them.
And here's the thing: art is expressive. Art is as a person, as an artist, it is expressive, and he expressed his homeland. He represented so many more people. He represented so many people outside of just Puerto Rican.
So many shades of brown there.
So many shades of brown. And he brought out all of their talent from the dancing to the violinists. You know what I'm saying? That was pure love and joy, and it's really hard to believe that people could take such a beautiful performance, even if you didn't understand it, even if you don't speak Spanish. You're taking such a beautiful, heartfelt performance. He could have taken that stage and got his one back. He could have taken that stage and protested something different than that. He wasn't protesting anything. He was encouraging love.
There was a story to tell.
It was a whole
I mean, because wasn't that was Puerto Rico the place where he was tossing paper towels like they were free throws, like he was shooting free throws? Was that Puerto Rico?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know for sure. I have to find that out. But when you were talking about that, I think he was in a spot and there was hurricane relief, and he was throwing paper towels.
It sounds
to
about
the crowd.
Right because it's him. He always wants to take care of home.
So no. President Trump was throwing paper towels to the people.
Trump?
He was throwing paper towels after the hurricane. The people were waiting for paper towels, and he was shooting like they were free throws and tossing them out to the people. I thought that thing was funny. It was funny, but it was nasty. But it's like, if you don't see who this person is, it's like, wow. But no, joy and love. But what I'm hoping is not true. I'm hoping, because I was reading an article, and you have to do so much work to find out if the things that you're reading are real or
yes.
true. So before you can start talking about them.
Exactly.
But I'm hoping that this is not true.
Okay.
I'm hoping that there is not a congressman or several congressmen who are going to do an investigation into his performance. Why I read that because it was gross, excessive twerking. Now here's no. Wait, hold on 1 second. Let me see.
Are you serious?
No. Hold on.
But that Turning Point USA, they're okay with Turning Point USA. Actually, their kids listening to an actual child molester.
Let me see if I don't know if this is true, but it's an article supposedly out of the
we have to do a
New York
dive.
Post. It's from the New York Post, following the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. Mm-hmm. Multiple Republican, I was about to call them replicables. Oh, Republican congressmen called for investigations into Bad Bunny's performance, citing it as explicit, indecent, and grotesque. Now here's
wait.
Here's what I don't understand. I do not understand how people messing with young children
is acceptable.
But we have to launch an investigation into a halftime show because it was explicit and indecent. Now we cover for the people who actually do acts and deeds that are really indecent, explicit, and grotesque. But because I didn't see any skin parts on that. So, but we know of children, thousands, hundreds, thousands, who have experienced certain things, and we're not trying to bring closure there. We're trying to, hey, squirrel, because this right here, you do this investigation.
But that brings me to something.
Focus on nothing.
That brings me to this, and it's a comparison that I've seen my entire life, and it's on topic but a little bit off. When I was in high school,
yes.
Of course, the dress codes have evolved since I was in high school. But when I was in high school, if I wanted to wear shorts, it was a problem. But the white girls could wear shorts all the way up their tail, and it wasn't a problem. You have little white girls on TikTok dancing and gyrating and do all the things. But then when you see a black woman or a woman of color doing it, it's like, oh my gosh, that's so inappropriate. But if you had a bunch of white people up there dirty dancing, just like the movie, I mean, grinding, gyrating, dirty dancing, they would have been like, oh, that is beautiful. It reminds me of Dirty Dancing, the movie.
Well, again, same thing, different outcomes.
It's always going to be like that, unfortunately.
When you tell the story of, okay, so you got a young white guy who steals, gets caught. Black guy steals, they both get caught along the same lines, same thing. One, you're going to see the story of, he's an exceptional athlete.
Yep, and the other one they're going to pull up every single.
And even if the other guy is an exception, even if the black guy is an exceptional athlete, they're not going to talk about that. They're going to talk about his dad's not at home. He's raised by his mother, and we expect
they're going to discredit him at every chance they get.
Exactly,
and that is what they're doing with Bad Bunny. Right
Bad
now,
Bunny, you got to say it right. If you're not going to say Bad Bunny, you're not.
Sorry,
thank you.
That was Bad Bunny.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. But also, everything, and please do not come for me. I don't speak Spanish, but I will say
at all.
Everything Bad Bunny did was for the culture. I think they literally say por la cultura. It's for the culture. Everything you saw in there was something from his homeland. That's the dancing style. That's the music style. That's the taco stand. Everything you saw was joy, love, and like literally paying homage to his homeland. What you call disgusting, he calls home. But it's only a problem because you all didn't understand his lyrics, and you don't understand.
They didn't understand.
They didn't understand Kendrick, and he was speaking English.
English is plain,
and they still didn't get it.
Nope. They was around here they not like us.
Every single time I saw a white person do that trend, I was like, you totally didn't get the message.
You didn't. You missed the whole thing.
And I just want to remind you guys, I'm half white. I don't hate white people.
She's very, very half white.
I just want to remind you guys, when I say things like this,
it's
because I be looking at my half side. I'm like, God,
she's not.
So anyways, I don't get that. I don't get that.
Because
I think that's something that we just cannot understand. I don't even think racist people understand why they're racist. I think that they don't. They just hate us. They hate us because they hate us.
And again,
because why do they tan?
We're not.
Why y'all be tanning? Why y'all be tanning?
Why y'all? I don't know. I don't know why they be. I don't
y'all,
know.
Y'all don't even like us, but y'all be trying to get some sun and some tan lines
and rhythm and fuller lips and bigger backsides and bigger breasts and you. I mean, y'all try to do all this.
They try to do everything without like. Oof. Okay.
But again, Benito. You digress.
I digress. Jesus, we're going to continue with the conversation of Raboni.
Oh my God! But
because I was about to go on.
Yeah. But again, the problem is I believe they want to be able to control everything. And so when they moan and cry, everybody is supposed to take note. And now that we're moaning and crying, you should cancel that. Even though you have a contract with Jay-Z and he's the one who's supposed to pick it, we don't like the one he picked. Even though our names are not on the contract and we don't have a say-so in it because we don't like it, we don't think you should do it. And take that down because they say it. Yeah. There is really this reality or this train of thought, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And I got to stop trying to figure it out because it's frustrating trying to figure out what is going on in a person's brain. What's the shortage in a person's brain that tells them you can live in a trailer, not have no teeth in your mouth, and be living off the state and get offended by someone who's educated, who's worked their way up and through and who's gone through the struggles, and you want to look at them as if they don't deserve or they're not worth. You did nothing with your life and you have what you have, which is nothing, but you think you deserve more. Yeah. But God forbid that someone else should work their way up through life and do the things that are necessary. But you think that you should be able to say they shouldn't have it. Because at one point in time, we used to have to jump across the street when you all came down the street. And I'm going to tell y'all, just let me be straight because I've been watching a lot of videos. Y'all better stop all that talking because nowadays people is whooping y'all tails. And all of that talking y'all be doing, that Hispanic man in California just beat that dude up because he was singing Ice, Ice, baby. That Mexican man went off in that tail. I mean, sparks.
At some point, and I can't even say, dang it! I can't even because I'm always going to, like I'm always going to encourage love, peace, joy, all of the things, right? All day. But I have a violent side, and
she got it from her daddy.
Do you see my shirt? My shirt says I could be meaner.
Yeah,
but I could also be violent. I literally, when I tell y'all, I would rather stab than shoot someone, and let me tell you why. Because stabbing someone is way more personal. Do you think I walk around with a knife on me? I will.
Edit. But she's telling you the truth. Wait, now, nope, that's not true.
That's self-defense. A lie. That's self-defense.
She is not violent. She's non-violent.
It's self-defense. I'm allowed to carry around something to self-defend myself.
But you're not violent. See, so this is the way you do it. You got to tell a lie. No.
You lied by saying I was editing that out. I'm not.
I don't know how to do that.
It's hard to lie.
It's too hard. It's too hard being 2 and 3 different people. It's easier to just be yourself. So
back to what
unless you, and I can understand what is frustrating. After everything that you've thrown at our community, we still rise.
And that's something I feel like we're gonna. Anytime we have a topic like this, like we did last week, that is going to be a statement that is just etched in stone because that is the truth.
Yeah.
And no matter what, and then I'm just kind of turning it back to Benito. That's his biggest point. No matter what you guys have done, no matter what you have said, no matter how you've talked down on me, look at where I am.
No power, no nothing. My people are suffering. We're going through, but he's doing everything he can for community, and looking at him where he is for his community is a plus.
Exactly.
And seeing if he could make it.
That's what I'm saying. So that was partially his message, not just paying homage to his homeland, but also reminding people that if I can do it.
Yep.
And then the funniest part was he was in an interview and he said what he said was, English is not my first language, but it's okay. It's not America's first language either.
Mm-hmm.
And so many of these MAGA conservatives were like, English is, and it's not.
Because,
and it's not.
Here, first of all, understand. Old fearless leader is uneducated.
We know.
So he has a bunch of people who follow that route.
Who will just take one thing and be like, this is not true.
Take what is said as golden without ever opening a book to look at it. how you a Christian ain't never popped open the Bible? How you out here selling Bibles with your name, with your? That's a whole
Another
other
part.
story. I digress.
So another
Back to the
another
story.
piece of the puzzle is what someone said. They said that Bad Bunny wasn't a real U.S. citizen because he couldn't vote. Here's the thing: if Bad Bunny decided to pack up and leave Puerto Rico and move to the inside, like to California or something, any state, because Puerto Rico is a territory; it's not considered a state. Yes. So if he were to move within the states, yes, he would be able to vote right then and there. If I were to move to Puerto Rico as a U.S. citizen, move to Puerto Rico, there would be no paperwork or anything for me to move there. But guess what? I wouldn't have access to voting either. Exactly. So me, as a U.S. citizen, would not be able to vote either if I were to move to Puerto Rico. So it's the arguments that they're trying to put out there. I'm just like, bro, you all don't understand that you all sound dumb every time you open your mouth or fix your fingers to tweet.
Invalid.
It's because it takes one Google search.
And a little now and some of those and a little bit of homework and a little bit of homework because some of the stuff that pops up is not legit. Some of the stuff, and because we're in a space where history is trying to be rewritten, you really got to make sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So
they're trying to rewrite history every single day.
That's not gonna. That's not gonna happen.
It's so stressful. I have lived through too much. Okay.
At a young age, just like dog it.
I am 31 years old,
and all of this stuff should not have happened. All of this stuff ain't have no business happening in 31 years. Can y'all just?
But I think, even as someone who only understands a little, I don't speak Spanish, but I understand little bits of it, and I love Bad Bunny as an artist.
Yeah,
I think that was a beautiful performance.
I do. Here's my thing. Here's my thing, and I really shouldn't say this, but I'm going to.
I might have to edit it.
Yeah. So I know absolutely nothing about Bad Bunny. I know nothing about.
That was so much better.
I know nothing about dude, but since it pissed white folks off so much, I sat there and watched the whole doggone thing and enjoyed it. I was sitting there like, right? You better go.
Right? It was so good.
Oh yeah. So yeah. I mean, and after that, I will not follow Bad Bunny again. But just because it did what it did, it was good for me.
He did what he did, and it was amazing. It was good. And then Elliot was just kind of, when he found out Bad Bunny was doing the Super Bowl, he was just like, why him? And I was like, babe, you don't really, he doesn't listen to that music. I listen to that music all the time. So he doesn't know anything about the Latin music world.
Yes.
So I was like, well, babe, you do know he's like one of the most, he's like the most streamed on Spotify. And I mean, that's worldwide. I mean, just because you don't understand, like he's an amazing artist.
Yep.
And he won the Grammy for Album of the Year, the first Grammy for a fully Spanish album for Album of the Year.
Yes.
And then he was like, did they only do that because he's about to be in the Super Bowl? I said, you're not understanding, baby. He's a great artist worldwide.
He's a good artist.
And then so when the halftime show came up, Elliot was watching it and he was like, babe, that was real good.
Yeah.
And he don't understand LA. Not even a 1%.
Yeah, I didn't have my translation thing on to tell me what he was saying, so I didn't catch none of it.
None. But he was just like, he had to call his dad right after and be like, that was a good halftime show.
Excellent.
And he's not even a listener of Bad Bunny.
That was an excellent show.
I loved it. I loved it. And I really believe that no matter how much people want to hate on him or how much only reason people were mad. The crazy part is Bad Bunny's already over a lot of y'all. He speaks more than one language.
Yeah.
A lot of people that were mad only speak English.
Yeah.
So therein lies the fact that y'all just really think that English, first of all, English is a stupid language. Can we just talk about how English is a stupid language?
I won't say stupid because I speak it.
It is a stupid language.
I'm fluent in English.
I'm fluent in it too. I'm fluent in English too.
And I'm trying to learn other languages.
But the fact that English is one of the hardest languages to learn if you are not a native English speaker, it is one of the hardest languages to learn because of how all of our alphabet and things are.
Girl,
it is.
But Chinese is them Chinese boy.
Yeah, them Chinese.
Yeah, them Chinese is. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I see a lot of people who adapt to English more so than is. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because in Spanish you got A, B, C, D, E, F, like it just goes. It just goes the way it is. Okay. But yeah, so we only know the one language we were taught, and he is Spanish people first, and you know, so I think that in itself pisses people off because he's a brown boy that speaks more than one language.
Oh yeah, and that always
so it's
frustrate people.
I have no notes. I have no notes on that Super Bowl. The halftime show. It was amazing. It was great.
Ooh, look at that time. Look at that time.
Look at that time.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
I said what I had to say.
I said I done did what I done had to do.
For joining us once again, even though we went on another tangent, you know us already, but Couch Crew.
Yep.
We thank you for tuning in for us to talk about the Benito Bowl. And we will see you next week.
Hopefully next year. I don't know. What are we gonna do
next week?
No,
you said next year.
Super Bowl next year. What do you think? What's your prediction? Because they normally announce it not long after. What do you think they're gonna? You think they're gonna do something controversial? That's
yes.
The nation
off? Oh yes.
Okay.
I think they're gonna go take it even further because it's the NFL and they can do that.
They can do that.
All right. See you next week.
All right. Deuces.